Hi, my name is Caroline Sherwood from Oregon, and I was wondering how social media savvy are you? And would a school photographer's website, blog, Facebook page factor in at all on your decision?
I can use my watch.
If you know how to set a BlackBerry where it'll do automatic time update, Barry needs to talk to you as soon as the session's over.
I need
He's
to
still
ask
on
you.
Nebraska time. But
I have a Facebook page. I don't Twitter. You know, we were one of the first schools way back that in my state that had a parent or faculty email list. You know, the most recent school I was working at just up until last month was a high school, and had to be very savvy with the technology because I was trying to keep kids away from it all day long. You know, it's a growing issue, and you know, I think the more enlightened educators are saying, how can we take this and use it to our advantage instead of our disadvantage, and be able to use cell phones and smartphones and as teaching tools, because the kids know them better than we do. So, you know, I think in anything that you could do to help facilitate that, because obviously this conference here is, we're amazed at what we've come into these last couple of days in terms of the media and everything that you folks have to offer here. Anything that you can do to help us in the school would be great.
I was still looking for film from my Polaroid, so if that gives you a clue, I'll see you after.
We're going to entertain the last question over here.
to answer your question, I intentionally do not have a MySpace, Facebook, or Twitter. That is my personal choice, because our governor's picture, Mr. Pretty Hair, is on my MySpace page. That's really not my MySpace page. So when I saw that, I said, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm staying out of it. That way, if anybody ever asks me, I can say, I've never been on it. I've never used it. But my wife and both my daughters do, so I watch them and watch, you know, what they, but in Twitter, in less than, 110 words, I don't care what you're doing right now, basically. Yeah, and I know you don't care what I'm doing right now, so that's my personal.
Very good.
But just like Barry, I think we need to be looking at moving forward, because this particular generation of technology kids are very adept at it. Every afternoon when I get home, one of my granddaughters is on my computer at home, and she's watching TV at the same time.
So what about the school being social media savvy? I mean, it's obviously something that all of your students are doing.
Yeah.
So as far as school photographers and your school, how can we work together professionally in the social media world?
Our school is our school district actually is a little bit unique, because we provide an email for every student and every faculty member. So every student has an in-house, and it goes to the net, so they can send it wherever they want to send it. We have lots of firewall and blockage, so they can't get on Hotmail or Gmail or things like that. Not supposed to be able to, but most of the kids can. They know the back door. But so they have access to email in classes, in the library, in the computer labs. So it's a tool that's there just waiting for somebody to tap it. I mean, and it's one of these days it's going to explode, and somebody's going to do very, very well at it.
Very good.
I'd like to be that person.
Great, thank you. Last question, real quick.
Pat Cahill, I'm glad that Barry's here, because also being from the upper Midwest, I'm from northern Wisconsin, is where our studios are. And the one unique thing I see around the room is that you talk about tradition and the higher participation rates that everyone wants. It seems unique that the lower the commission, the higher the participation rate, was just an observation I had. But one of the things unique to the high schools are getting the student, who is is the person that has to take that prepay envelope back to the parents and then again bring it back to the school for the picture day. it's not always, well, maybe at your schools, but at our schools, it's not always the most reliable person to do that.
Report cards either.
Okay, so would you be willing, because all of us have set up prepay where the parents are able to prepay online before picture day, print out a boarding pass or print directly to the photographers their order form, and basically cut out the less than reliable student for bringing it there and back, again, not at your schools, but at ours. Would you be willing to post a direct link on everything that went out, whether it's for sports pictures, school pictures, whatever it is, a direct link that the parents can get at, which would be my follow-up question, what percent of your parents are internet active, to help us bridge that gap between the school, the photographer, and the parent?
I'd be willing to do that. I don't see why not. If you're providing a service for the school, it's not like we're promoting something that is, not a school service. And so I would see, in our community, a large majority of the parents are computer savvy, so it wouldn't be an issue.
I think it's a local issue. Some of your more rural areas, parents may not, be as adept on, with technology. So that's something you and the school should be able to work through and come up with something that's workable and eliminates the, the potential for poor return and enhances a greater return.
Yeah, I'd say without a doubt, we'd be willing to do that. And in our district, we're about 42% low SES, but we have, in surveys that we've done over the last 5 years, over 75% of our parents have access to the internet in their homes. So, I think we could reach a major portion of the market in a much more reliable way. In fact, just last year, we went on to sort of report cards online where a parent can go in and look at their students' grades 24/7 if the teachers post. That's the hardest thing. I hadn't graded those essays yet. I'm not posting until I get those essays graded. So,
And that'd be a win-win for both sides, because it would obviously be a more efficient operation for the school, and for this, for us it would be great. I don't see any reason why a school principal wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you. Larry Bradley, Barry Stark, Joe Militello. Been very, very informative. We certainly appreciate you taking the time to be with us today.